Well, well, well. We are back again for another AshCon game. Welcome, everybody. We have Flora and LeMarque joining me once again for another night of streaming. We've had two pretty amazing games so far for the week. Last night, another really intense one. A Leo Mill versus the coolest stallion deck I've seen in a minute. Led to some really focused situations where those stallions had to use Hypnotize to get through, but they were staring down Embrace, preventing 8 damage at a time or something ridiculous like that. Welcome, chat. Who is Lamar? It's LeMarque with the Q-U-E at the end. They are a play tester. But yeah, thank you to our play testers we have here. Couldn't do without you, honestly. So it's really nice to see all the results we get from the Chimera development, and we've really gotten a nice strong team of people that like to play test versus the Chimera, and developing that with them is really fun. Yeah. Anybody have any experience against Blight yet in chat? Have you been playing against the new Chimera or just trying out the stuff in PvP? Would love to hear. They make my decisions look good.
I'm curious if anyone in chat has managed to had time to play both aspects of Blight, how they're finding them, which one they're liking more.
Especially if anyone's managed a heroic 3 victory against Bloom. I think that might be the scariest,
heroic 3
Chimera ever.
I think that was my favorite, one of my favorite final aspects to pull a win against.
Yeah.
That one, it's kind of tetchy, so it's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I was just really happy with how it felt so insurmountable going up against this ramp-based Chimera at times, but somehow we were able to make it happen from time to time.
It's the only Chimera that I've ever seen have every aspect out on the field.
Full deck on the table.
Full deck on the table. You're just dead next turn.
Jeez. Pretty vile, but why don't we go ahead and get our game started? Our players are ready to go. The stream is going. Let's hit it. Still wondering, will we see a Shimmerwing turn into Eternity Flame?
Rin and Lulu.
Rin versus Lulu.
Right. Lots of charm. No charm over Charmmaster.
Versus an 8 charm Rin.
Possibly he just forgot about including a new card, or maybe he's got some Rose Gardener status tech.
Yeah, it could be. I'm not sweating it. It's just for fun.
No, it's all fun. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Fred thinks he's running Gardener. It's totally possible. We made that card specifically so it could be used just for the status tech.
Yeah.
And who knows, it could be for something as spicy as like an augury, right? I think you can remove a status token from your augury.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Now, I got a good feeling about Shimmerwing showing up tonight with Rin. I feel like there's just something there with the extra ice buff, making them a little bit tougher to defeat. I feel like there's some hope for an Eternity Flame tonight. Not to mention the illusion dice. Very good with gates thrown open, summoning that second Shimmer Wing. It could happen. All right, Shadowfire rolling 4 basics to 3 and choosing to go first. Let's see what Rin sets up. And it's Royal Charm.
Okay. Definitely a card that's getting a pretty significant buff with all of this new stuff that wants charm dice on everything.
Yeah. Definitely one of my favorite ways to take advantage of the Eternity Flames interplay ability. Just having that charm die locked and loaded, ready to go for a cheap removal and burn.
It also sets up Badger for an excellent counter with Unit Guard as well.
No doubt. Oh, yeah, we could see Bastion Badger here, bumping him up to 4 life with Ice Buff. Loses a Time Hopper book, one of the stronger focuses out there. That's an unfortunate meditate. Another stallion.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Oh man, they pulled it out last night, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to remember.
There's no charm for any hypnotize here, so.
Yeah, but more access to
Yeah,
status
wall
tokens from
against
Lulu. And here comes Ruby Cobra. One of the strongest conjurations in the game, if I do say so myself.
And it's a great tool to set up Royal Charm.
I really think we've hit a critical mass of Charm Dice support with this latest release. I think Royal Charm is certainly easy to use. Here goes Squall Stallion, 1 token up. Still not sure. Okay, what does Fred have to say here about Badger? It's pretty nice to counter Raven or some of the big 3 lifers like Stallion. Still not sure you like it over Turtle Guard or the Butterfly Monk, but it was better than I thought. Yeah, pretty lean costing on that guy. A class and a basic, plus you get a dice spin up to get another power die rocking and rolling. Pretty affordable situation, but does ask you to be playing the charm support. So whereas Turtle Guard and Butterfly Monk don't necessarily ask for any additional pairing, so they're a bit more easier to weave into any build using that magic type. But I like rewarding heavy investment in a single color. Yep,
So
and can
they're
be
saying
used.
has more potential in the offense than the other guards. Yeah, that is a very nice thing with Badger.
Yeah, kinda has a 4th life too. If it's in combat with a charm unit, they're already at -1 for that. So a lot of stats. A possible 3/4 for 3 if you're spending a dice power for it. Possible very high efficiency if all things go your way, but not always do things go your way. And there it is, Bastion Badger.
Love.
All right, we got a nice core going on here. Throwing an ice buff onto the Beast Tamer to make this tame alert blocker truly a difficult thing to get through. Let's see if Lulu has the Phoenix Barrage to destroy it. Lulu pretty happy about the Golden Veil chain here. Normally that's one of Lulu's biggest weaknesses, is being afraid to run her Phoenixborn exclusive in the first 5 against Charm, knowing that you could get your 3 dice spell canceled for 1 magic. It's just brutal. But now with that chain on the table, Lulu could be packing that very powerful barrage.
Yeah.
Seeing an Ember Root book come out. So a heavy ping stallion combo. Interesting.
Yeah, Time Hopper and Ember Root Lizard, best buds since the beginning.
Yeah.
And Stallion, of course, appreciating some status. Will we see a fighting spirit in the mix here?
Is definitely a really popular card for Lulu to run, so let's see if it comes out.
Absolutely one of my all-time favorites, that fighting spirit. All right, Cobra setting up the charm.
Cobra comes out.
And with only 1 card left in hand, what is Rin going to do to spend all this dice?
That could be Gates.
It might be the Gates.
We've got the illusion for it. That could be looking at Gates.
All right, Shadowfire popping the charm die.
Royal Charm onto the Time Hopper. And an ability that I always forget about, Ruby Cobra's second ability stops it from being able to be attacked by units with a charm die on them.
Yeah,
so
a little bonus ability in there.
That might be an ability that we see become more relevant with some of the new cards.
Yeah, even putting a charm die on this Stallion to try and dissuade a proactive pressure attack against a Ruby Cobra, not bad at all. Here comes the Ember Root Lizard, most likely going to be getting a bolster in the near future to fully take use of its abilities. And we're back to Shadow. If we are indeed on Gates Thrown Open, got to see that Bastion Badger come out. There it is. Ready to crush that Time Hopper. And spinning up that charm die too, helping out with the future uses of charm magic coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Who else will be getting the charm die?
If you charm that horse, then it is capable of being taken out by the Badger. And there's the Gates.
GTO setting us up for another round. Though still 1 die floating for Shadowfire here. Could be a manual dice power to just log everything down. Certainly nothing wrong with that.
There's the spark.
There's the spark.
All right, so with a scattering of ping damage at Lulu's disposal, we'll see what units get cleaned up through combat and follow-up damage with all of these pings. Ruby
Interesting
Cobra
move walking with Badger. Oh, that was a direct attack.
I think it was a direct attack on the Badger.
Yeah.
Right. Accepting it, not countering.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that's the right play. I think you want that Badger to try to get its 3 attack.
Yeah, interesting move, poking the Badger directly, allowing it to stay unexhausted. What do you have up your sleeve?
Flash Strike.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Get some
Saucy.
extra.
That was the guard as well.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, Rin guarded the Badger.
Interesting.
Ouch,
Badger
says
took the pink.
Shadowfire. Yeah, that's a surprise. Flash Strike first 5. You don't always see one-time use cards like that in the first 5, but that's kind of part of the magic of it is when they do show up. It's a huge surprise. And Quick Strike fights for the board really effectively, that extra damage. It went to Rin this time, but, you know, Quick Strike +2 attack could give you the upper hand on the battlefield going into round 2.
Fred saying he thinks he'd have kept Flash Strike for Beast Tamer. Definitely an option, although I'm still not sure how you get to enough without, unless you've got more ways of pumping up your stallion, it's still not going to be enough to really take out that Beast Tamer.
Yeah.
There's the manual die power on Stallion.
All right, shrinking it down. Let's see how it works out. That's right. We do not have all the info. Lulu sitting with 1 card left in hand and 2 dice. Card draw, you know, comes from the Squall Stallion, so we might have even seen this Flash Strike was a random draw. We don't even know if this was first 5 or not with the card draw. So definitely got to find a way to use these dice, though, to finish out the round. All right, Badger smashing in there with the 5, 3, 3 attack from X4.
That does open a very solid path for Cobra.
Yeah, this thing's getting ready to attack for sure. Spark. Bam. Finishing off the Badger. That's a good one to get off the table for sure.
For sure. Be interested in what Lulu's last card is here.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Phoenix Barrage, but with only 2 dice, you're out of luck with that. So, who knows what it could be?
Ooh,
Med, a
Shadow loses
fist.
a Shattering Fist. That's... hate to see that.
You do hate to see that. Look at Rin. Look at him go. What a guy. And there's the second Cobra. Shadow just holding steady, putting out the stuff. And Rin's guard is broken, so if another unit can come out for Lulu here, could get an opportunity to land a good trade. It's the Mirror Spirit book. Of course. Cobra's low-key OP sometimes. Yep. It's real good. 0-2 for 1 die is very, very valuable, and this thing is often a 1-2 plus the mill. They are tough to handle. You really need to pressure your opponent on the dice faces to get control of them over time. So illusion spin down can be a nice way to pressure resummoning these units with power dice constantly. So.
And Badger number 2 comes out.
All right, how big will the Mirror Spirit be? So far, only 1 exhausted unit on the table. How patient can Lulu be here?
Sending a little nothing attack with the Time Hopper to waste domain and get an extra exhaustion if you don't counter that.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Oh, however, though, the tame, you won't be exhausting.
The alert, yeah.
The alert,
Oh,
yeah.
alert, yeah,
So
yeah.
there's really no reason not to just take
Smack
that
it
out.
down.
Bit of a stall here. Hoppers can't block
Yeah,
anyways,
probably.
so kind of throwing your opponent some free damage here, losing that hopper. Unless, is there another tricky reaction? No, there's 0
He's
cards.
got no
in
cards.
hand.
Yeah, I think probably should have sent this into the Badger instead, because then it's a real choice of if you let them have the extra exhaustion token on their side, or if you give up having your Badger up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not sure about that attack there, but hey, that's all right. Sometimes you just gotta stall those main actions, especially with that Mirror Spirit cooking in the back. All right, how much is Shadow gonna give? Without Lulu's guard broken either, this Mirror Spirit's got a good chance of carrying over to the next round.
Both Cobras.
Oh, Chung was saying we totally forgot about Beast Tamer having alert.
Whoopsies.
So it happens. I've definitely done it.
Oh man, I take back so many moves in playtesting. I'm never thinking straight. What will the Cobras mill? We get a little bit more detail. It's a Mirror Spirit book. Uh-oh, another strong focus in the bin. Oh, and Fate Reflection. That one slipped past me. Powerful protective reaction spell.
There's Mirror Spirit.
Welcome, Inquisitor. Hope you're having a good AshCon too. And thanks for playing on Monday. GG. Mirror Spirit for 2. Shrinking it down with a Royal Charm down to 1. That is not going to be able to make it enough damage to take out a unit this round. Plus the Bastion Badger, an extra unit guard, despite Rin's guard being broken. Here comes some cleanup attempt. Will Lulu allow it? Takes the guard.
There's the guard.
Yeah, I mean, a status Emberroot Lizard is nice to have. Hate to lose that board so early. And tough attack for the Mirror Spirit here. It cannot avoid the Bastion Badger's exploit.
Can't avoid
taking it down. So that is going to happen one way or the other, I presume.
Means Shadow is going to go into round 2 with a pretty big board advantage.
Yep, Lulu taking the pass. And Shadow going for the tidy up. All right, a powerful lead for Shadowfire at the end of round 1. 4 units to 1. Luckily for Lulu, she'll have the first player token at the top. Could be a good time to launch one of those Phoenix Barrages. to pick apart these 2 life units, or these the 4 life Beast Tamer. That's going to be a decisive moment, but Rin rolls a charm die. The Golden Veil threat is there. If that gets canceled, you are going to be hurting, Lulu.
Yeah. Last night we saw the three die farewell get golden veiled, so that's right there, same level of dice advantage that you get.
Yeah, the 3 farewell. Oh no. Absolutely brutal. Shadow's got to be feeling good about that power die roll, whether or not they have Golden Veil. Pops out an Ember Root.
And a Time Hopper.
Classic.
With Ember status up.
All right, Shadow got some room to breathe here. You take some attacks. Get some mill happening. Or develop the board some more. Now, interesting. Shadow is on a Gates Thrown Open deck, but has 2 illusion dice. So we know there's more reason to these illusion dice besides Gates Thrown Open. Oftentimes, you'll see GTO being used at 1 illusion just for the spellboard refresh in round 1, and it can be used for basic costs in the future from there, but 2 illusion, there's definitely reasons. I don't think any we've seen yet.
No,
Curious to
nothing
see
yet.
those be put to use.
But Rin does have another spellboard slot.
And it's being used
there
right
it is.
now.
Snake bite.
That.
All right. Developing some long-term advantage with a snake bite. Very strong combo with the Royal Charm. And the Ruby Cobra's filling it up. This engine is very well known to be strong. All right, Shrinky Dinking and Ember Root. Will you take the ping?
Badger Swing.
All right.
They just clear it right off.
That is a good play because the double Ember Root swing could just clear that Badger straight out. You
Yeah.
wouldn't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, both players have a cheap conjuration that they want the initiative for, having strong effects that trigger when they attack. Either the Cobras Intimidate or the Ember Roots Ignite. Both very similar places to be in. And a Stallion
Here comes
develops.
the horse.
And an immediate torrent.
Alrighty. You always get one easy enough since the Stallion's drawing you a card. So far, no abundance to feed the Stallions this time. Oxiridor is asking, do AshCon 5 participants play a lot of Blight cards, or are we seeing a lot of one-ofs? So far, there's been pretty good showing of them so far. Yet we haven't even seen
pretty
them all
heavy
yet.
so far.
We have seen all but one, though.
Yeah.
Still waiting to see that one.
Shattering Fist here to take out this horse.
Oh,
Ooh.
man. Big up trade there. Yeah, we've been seeing decks with 6, 7, 8 charm dice. They've been pretty heavy on it. However, no new Phoenixborn exclusives yet. Even though we've seen 2 Leos, they were all on Anguish alone. No Gifted Rose, so lots more content to be seen from the new expansion. Warrior Poet saying I only included 1 Rose Gardener in my Ashcon deck. Hey, but in a charm heavy deck, I'm sure you were happy to have it. Very powerful dice fixer there, the Rose Gardener. Looked pretty innocuous on its surface for a while, but I think once we all got our hands on it, we were pretty convinced it was good.
They definitely put in some serious work in some games already.
Yep.
Nope. There's a milled Rose Gardener in Lulu's deck.
There it
we go.
is. Your deck passes the deck check. Shattering Fist is really strong.
Shattering Fist is a little crazy.
Yeah, side action, 3 damage, and it's not even damage. It's
3 wounds.
Oh, just
yeah.
Whew.
The fact that it got printed at 3 wounds is a little crazy. Kind of surprised that
kept
happened.
asking for it. The playtesters were ravenous for more Rin support, and I think it's a pretty cool parallel to the Molten Gold. It's like, okay, nature, magic. I know this isn't nature, but it kind of is. Nature has some of that armor bypass.
Oh, second Mirror Spirit book, getting that focus online.
That's a nice one to see. Popping some exhaustion tokens on powerful defenders such as this Beast Hammer would feel good.
It's like Shadow's disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Wait for him to get back in.
Would it be back? Anyways, what happened here? A little bit of battle cleanup. The Cobra went in, took out a Time Hopper. We saw the mill. Yep. Lulu should be able to pick up this damaged Cobra. Could be fun to have Ashcon 9 limited to Red Rains cards only. You know, I've been thinking of alternative formats, stuff like that, because I think it would be cool to see just like what does the game feel like with only the new Phoenixborn exclusives and kind of these new mono dice cores without a lot of the cards we're used to playing, like but leave the Gilder behind, leave the Nature's Wrath behind, all that stuff. It could be pretty fun. We put a lot of effort into making sure these precons were robust starting points for each magic type and really leaned into one particular theme with each of them. So in the event we ever did some kind of alternative format, that this would be a solid starting point for that magic type.
Fred's saying with that there would be no ice trap.
No ice trap, that's right.
Adapted on Reign Supreme.
Yes, bring it on. Yeah, I think it would be fun.
There we go. I think Shadow's back in.
All right. All right. Still got a lot of dice left for the round. Mm-hmm.
The other interesting thing about that is there's still a lot of Red Rains players' decks still yet to be seen. Or even made.
Yeah. Or even be made. We're getting close, though. The Illusion deck, it is basically done in playtesting. There's just a couple of cards I'm still testing some last ideas with, but for the most part, it is done.
It's pretty close.
The Sympathy deck, I have a rough draft for it, but it's a little jank right now. And then the Time deck, I have a few ideas, but it's nowhere near a playable deck quite yet. I really got to make sure that one is living up to the hype.
That's gonna be very fun to get to the Time deck.
Yeah, limited deck building. It's fun. It's nice to have the room to appreciate some other cards that are just a little bit under the power level when you look at the full constructed pool. I would definitely be down to play a Red Rains only format. Okay,
Ooh,
third
Charlotte's asking
preview.
for an illusion spoiler.
Give us an illusion spoiler. Oh, man. I mean, it's that time of
can
year,
we?
huh?
Wait,
Wait, Divine's not
also,
even out. Wait a minute.
Divine's next.
Hold up,
Yeah,
hold up.
They need Divine spoilers.
Hold your
That one's
horses.
finished and ready.
Okay, let me think about an illusion spoiler if there's anything
Oh,
that would be
maybe what's?
that would be
Hold on, let me
appropriate.
look at them.
Oh, here you go. Shadow Guards Other Side will be printed.
Vague spoiler for you.
I like the vagueness.
And it will be powerful.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, here comes a Mirror Spirit and the Farewell to Answer. 2 dice. Which
no
units
golden
get
veil
in the
possible
poof?
to respond.
And it's the Mirror Spirit gone.
We lose
in
a
close
close
combat.
combat.
That's I'd probably say that one was the right call on the Mirror Spirit. That thing is fierce when it is focused properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that can really snowball into some... When will we get Symboli's Other Side? Maybe soon.
I like how they're not asking about the next set. They're asking for the one that's
After that.
Previews will start for those soon enough. You gotta get into the real deep stuff. I've not forgotten about Dark Symboli. Actually, one of the last cards in playtesting right now is Symboli's Unique, so definitely won't say much more about that.
I did pretty recently get an overhaul.
Yeah.
So still.
Just testing it today. Okay, Spark on the Ember Root Lizard. And using the Spark right away.
Using it right away.
What could we be setting up?
That's... I wonder...
Any more dinosaurs on the way? Oh yeah. They're going to be in the Divine set. There's one of them. I think it's been shown off.
You've seen the art for it.
Yeah. Yep.
There.
Xander is bringing another dinosaur herder to the game. Call me crazy. But we're getting another one. I think that's the only dinosaur in the set. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a good dinosaur though.
It's a good dinosaur. We like the Terra hatchling.
Interesting play there to just discard the Spark. So you could have gotten the same ping damage by attacking. Right? Yeah.
Could have been hoping to get the spark damage and the ping damage elsewhere, knowing that that beast tamer is going to come in and hank any face shot, and there was a second badger potential.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Survival of the fittest.
Survival.
Kaboom, baby.
So I guess that's why
Nice.
don't bother with the attack.
Yeah, we got our answer there. Almost a full cleanup. That is the type of card you need to get back in this game. All right.
Survival is a very fun card.
Shadow up by 3 dice for the rest of this round here. What will he sink it into?
2 cards left in hand as well.
Look at this guy. It matched the art. Look, the Ember Root survived. King of the
Soul
Mountain.
Tabber asks, between Illusion and Divine, what card are you most looking forward to people seeing? Without saying anything, I think I can say Demona's signature card.
Oh, cool.
Is my favorite, maybe of all of Red Rain so far.
Cool. That one's up my alley. I want people to see there's one book in the Divine set, but it's a good one.
I think that's also the card that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, it ties the entire deck together, so I'm really excited for people to see that one. Ice Buff, pumping up the Badger. The card I'm least excited for people to see is Victoria's Unique, because I feel like it will never meet anyone's expectations for her, and I don't want to hear it.
I think we're on something really strong right now.
Yep.
I think we're on something that will make her a very viable Phoenixborn. But it's sure gonna be a discussion when people see it.
Yeah. We'll loop you in a little bit. Right now, it's a ready spell with a powerful free activation to help her gain some value that is a little bit missing on her ability. Surprise is not changing. It's not necessarily getting new support, but she's getting a super strong ready spell to help bring her up. And we're going into round 3 here with Shadowfire floating 3 dice. Uh-oh. Man, that's making that Survival of the Fittest comeback look real good.
Oh, and Shadow has a charm dice stuck on his Royal Charm.
Oh my goodness.
I would have least expected chuck the charm die and use the Snakebite to ping the Emberroot one. Yeah. Just so you don't get stuck with that floating there.
Sure. So yeah, looks like Shadow values the quick response to another 1 life thing that needs a ping with Royal Charm Snakebite. Oh boy.
Chungmaster has definitely pulled us back quite a bit with that Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah, that's some huge breathing room.
Pretty much even here now.
Survival almost was paid for free with Shadowfire floating dice there and being down 1 here. Okay, Shadow at the top. We have a Bastion Badger with 2 life remaining. Kind of a 1-2 situation there. Ready to use the Royal Charm, though, so it ain't all bad. I mean, if you think about it, would you pay a regular dice power to get the charm benefits? Shadowfire is saying I forgot it. Yeah. But hey, yeah, if you would spend a regular dice power for it, kind of the same thing here. But you hate to
something that Reimagine lets you take off the die at the end of the round.
Yeah,
get it back in your pool,
yeah, it's
but
got a
Royal Charm does
backup
not.
You can always use Royal Charm even if there's no unit to put the die onto, you can pay the side in exhaust to attempt to resolve the die, and it will go back to the exhausted pool.
Curious to see what Shadowfire does with this turn. I think he had 2 cards from hand roll over.
Yeah,
So
none of which he wanted to play with his remaining 3 dice, so certainly sounds like an unusual remaining hand there. Now, LeMarque, I don't know if we asked you, do you have a favorite card from the Blight of Neverset expansion?
So I thought we had the same, but I will say I'm very intrigued for Blight. Ooh, that's harder. I really
Yes.
like all the cards. I might Eternity Flame is kind of probably my favorite. I'll side with you
Yeah.
on that one. Eternity Flame is very much in there. I like big units that do big things.
We have the same taste.
It's that, and it keeps me from designing decks like LeMarque does. So
there you go. LeMarque, one of our most prolific playtesters. We have good little playtest sessions, all of us here. Okay, the Ember Root coming in to try and finish off this Bastion Badger, throwing the ping on the Badger. Or wait, not determined yet.
No.
Could ping the Rose
Yeah,
Garden.
it'll be interesting.
mm-hmm.
So if you ping the Badger, then you can take it out potentially, or you can just kill the Rose Gardener and leave the Badger to live a little longer.
Yeah, tough choice here, because, yeah, if you ping that Badger and threaten it, it doesn't have the attack strength to defeat your Ember Root in retaliation.
Ooh.
But out comes
Particle
Doesn't
the
matter.
Shield.
There's Particle Shield. Charlotte, where are you?
Look alive. It happened.
Here we go.
And it was epic.
There's an explanation for a higher presence of illusion dice.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, this is a very good reason to play Illusion. This card always gets the upper hand on exchanges of damage.
Charlotte says hype in chat.
Hype, yeah. Yeah, Creep Dog, do you know the 1.0 particle shield text?
Ooh, Flash Strike number 2.
Okay.
Ooh.
Huge pickup here then. Slice apart that Bastion Badger.
I know I've definitely seen 1.0 Particle Shield, but I can't remember what it was.
So first of all, it cost a basic, not illusion. So anybody and everybody could have Particle Shield at any time in the game, and you just never knew when your combat math would be off. Not only that, is it would shuffle itself back into your deck, and it didn't count as your one reaction per turn. So you could play multiple Particle Shields or something else. It was just completely ridiculous.
There's a few 1.0 cards that I question when I see them.
That was a big one. You see how strong it was. Particle Shield got pretty substantially nerfed, yet is still a phenomenal card.
Still a great card.
Mm-hmm.
Fans of Particle Shield will be excited to see Xander's new unique.
Ooh, yes.
Definitely some overlap there, so stay tuned. Okay, Shadow does some meditation to get another illusion die for something and deploys a Cobra
Interesting.
matched by another Emberroot Lizard. Not a lot of Phoenix-born damage happening this game. We had some early exchanges, but since then, been pretty locked on the battlefield. Only allowing damage through with an elected guard here and there.
Right now, they are totally even on cards.
Whoa. Yeah.
Shadowfire losing out those two unexhausted Cobras last round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of mill potential down the drain.
Ice buff on Rose Gardener.
All right.
All right.
Definitely one of your more vulnerable units to all the ping that Lulu has access to here. So you love to see that, and maybe that can convert into some deck advantage if we trend towards fatigue.
Shadow has meditated to return to soils, which definitely is hurting his ability to get towards that mill again. Ooh, Cobra snaps a Phoenix Barrage.
Oh, brutal.
That's a rough loss.
Goodbye. And we've yet to see presence of a Golden Veil from Shadowfire here, which could either be really good or really bad for Lulu. Either Shadow's not on them at all, or they are all locked and loaded.
Definitely be surprised to see a deck this charm having not have them. It is possible.
Yep. Anybody in chat have any thoughts on the Golden Veil chain? I know it was a big one. How's the game feel for you since? Have you played any games? Have you tried out removal in your first 5 with a little bit less fear? What's been going on? All right. Lulu taking that attack to face to save the Emberroot Lizard, following up with a Time Hopper, throwing in a nice combo attack here.
It says it makes him sad he can't stop Ice Trap anymore.
Yeah.
It definitely was one of the big considerations in the chain.
Yep, that is definitely a concession that had to be made. Ice Trap has this unfortunate quality of not interacting with damage. Therefore, all of the other types of things that would interact with damage, unviable ways to save those 2 life units, which are in a difficult spot. Like 3/2s, because of the existence of Ice Trap, can be difficult to play. Even 2/2s are getting up-traded by this Ice Trap, but in the future, in the Illusion set, we do have a card that can prevent an Ice Trap from landing. Still in development, disclaimer, asterisk up here.
In development of something that we need some stress testing on it, but
yeah, it's a pretty robust card, but it's not off my radar, that dang Ice Trap.
Definitely something we are always considering.
Yeah, one of those cards that was a holdover from 1.0, seemed okay, but as the game developed, really revealed itself as being over the curve in a few ways. That card could be nerfed probably twice and still be good.
Charlotte is loving our little illusion spoilers.
Yeah. It's definitely on the forefront of my mind this week as I'm trying to wrap it up.
Royal Charm Snakebite off that hopper.
Boom.
Any tech cards in Divine?
Guess it depends what
Kind of
you
depends
mean
what
by
you
tech.
mean. I'm trying to
There's a
remember what's in the
reaction.
set.
There's a defensive reaction. Divine doesn't get too many reactions, but it felt appropriate to give them
I
one
believe
here.
this is the second reaction in total for Divine.
Yeah, they have the Angelic Rescue and then the upcoming Intercession.
It's a new one.
And Xander's Unique is also a Divine reaction.
Oh, yes.
But that's special. Phoenix-born card. I would say no to the tech cards in Divine. This new Divine set is very battlefield forward, kind of assembling an army. So the theme I really wanted to capture with the set was like this like tower defense situation, army versus army with we spoiled how the Rainwalkers work. They can attack in groups, but they fall apart after they attack. So you're able to block them without getting exhausted. So you're kind of like boom, 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 like waves of Rainwalkers are just kind of blasting you throughout the game. But you're able to use your units as alert tanks. Everyone can like, yeah, hold the line. Like, come on. It's really cool. And because like Odette and Dimona and even James, they all kind of have like this big army theme to them. Xander's got a bunch of friends to protect, things like that. So definitely like big scope of the battlefield was a big theme for that set. So not a ton of room for the more techie stuff. I would say it's a lot more of a basic fundamentals type of Ashes deck.
Quizzer says, speaking of new cards, Divine Red Rain set announced, how do you feel about the new loyalty card for James? Please tell us it's a little more exciting than Vengeance. Definitely would say that it is.
Yeah, I would say definitely.
It's a fun one. It's a cool one.
It's a powerful card, powerful removal card. Plays around with some more ancient themes of James that were maybe lost in the translation to into Reborn. I can't remember all the things, but fun fact, James was my first deck in Ashes. I was given the chance to design the deck for James in 1.0, so definitely got a soft spot for that guy. But man, look how far I've come since those old James texts. Yikes. That deck was complicated. And yeah, sorry about the fallen haters.
Big Mirror Spirit comes in and gets guarded here. So Rin takes 4 on that Mirror Spirit.
Oof. Yeah, kind of zoned out for a second there talking about stuff. What's happening?
Let's see. Mirror Spirit came out for 2, then got buffed up by Lulu, so it was at 4, and then tried to take out that Badger. Ren using his Shadowfire, using Ren's guard to keep Badger on its feet.
Tanking it. Sheesh. Really valuing the future potential of the Badger here with all these extra charm dice and some big threats to remove. Yeah, you tend to not want your Badger to be engaged in battle unless you're getting that exploit, which can make it a little tough. So good
temporarily disconnected though.
Yeah, I wish Reaping Angel saw more action too. Definitely a little overcosted. I feel like there's a cool potential design in that card there that we just missed a little bit on the power level in the early days of Reborn when everything was a big old question mark.
I hate to say it, but I think Reaping Angel is probably the card that I forget exists most often.
It's so, I'm not even sure I can recount exactly what it does. I know it's a Divine and Ceremonial class for a 2/2. 2 maybe. It has the 2 recover just for fun.
1 recover.
It does have 1 recover. And when it comes into play, you can pitch an ally from your discard pile or to heal. You can search your deck for an ally, put it in your discard, then you can remove the ally to heal your Phoenix form for 1.
You see, farewell. Get that Mirror Spirit.
Whew.
Turn too late to save the damage, but
2 more
it does snipe another Phoenix Barrage and the last Flash Strike.
Those Flash Strikes have been doing some serious damage and losing 2 huge removal and burn spells. Ugh.
Yeah.
Lulu's hurting only having 1 Phoenix Barrage left.
Yeah.
Or possibly the other card, Stamina Burst, but we don't know. All right, pumping out that focus effect, it looks like, from Mirror Spirit. Going to land an exhaustion token on one of Shadowfire's units.
Shadowfire still 2 dice, both on power sides.
Yeah, we meditated up for that illusion. Hey, Golden Veil to stop the exhaustion.
Ooh.
Okay, they're around. We know Golden Veil's around.
Also turned that
No need.
that Mirror Spirit into a 0 attacker for the rest of the round.
Yep, kind of just sitting duck. And that was the last charm die, which means no exploit for the Bastion Badger this round.
No exploit.
Hollow.
Ooh. A little bit of spin down support to go with your mill. Will this spin down have an impact on the remaining cards for Lulu? We don't know. Sending a time power and a class to basic.
Does impact that Squall Stallion potential. It means it has to be meted.
Nice hit. That's a very likely way to sink those dice. Putting out that Stallion. So Hollow picking up a possible meditation. Not bad, not bad. And a very robust 2-1 stat line. No more ping left for Lulu, it looks like. So this can certainly pressure an Ember Root or a Mirror Spirit very well. So great way to spend your last die there.
And netting from hand to bring up that sympathy die. Saying close combat's not worth it.
Yeah, we haven't seen the close combats hitting, but I love the idea with the Squall Stallion. They can get to some really high strength values, and boom. Four cards in hand left for Chongmaster to buff up the Squall Stallion. But do you have the time?
You've got one little freebie attack with the Mirror Spirit you can throw out. So that can buy you one.
And it looks like Shadow has some good trades to go for. The Badger into the 1-life Ember Root, the Hollow into the 2-life Ember Root. But if you go after those good trades, you're opening yourself up to that Squall Stallion. That could be 3 attack by the time you do all that stuff. So a little bit dangerous situation here. Here goes Shadow. Going Badger into the Ember Root. Lulu taking the guard. And Rin's guard is down too, which means a Torrent could take out this Hollow. There's a torrent.
Yep, there it is. Goes into the hollow.
Hollow.
Puts Charmaster decent amount of board advantage into next round.
Yeah, huge turnaround. Man, it started with that survival
And
of the
with
fittest,
top of
and
round.
look where we are.
Mhm.
Draw piles are still going to be just about even once they draw up to 5.
Yep. That farewell hitting some powerful mills. Gets Lulu slightly closer to fatigue. Using that Miss Spirit attack for another turn of Torrent. Very nice. And you can choose the top or bottom with Torrent here, in case you don't want to lose something.
Bottom decking.
All right. Digging. Where's the good stuff?
Shadow does roll 3 charm power, so Golden Veil still on the table.
You gotta fear the Veil.
Against any potential.
Huge attack potential here.
Third Phoenix.
2 Ember Root pings on the table. A big beefy Squall Stallion ready to attack. Lulu throwing a spark in there, turning this Mirror Spirit into something.
Yeah.
Great recipient of the spark with that X attack, getting 2 attack out of that. And here they come.
Let's see.
Targeting Rin for the attack. Everything's going
Swing
in.
at everything here.
Make some damage. You know something is going to connect.
Get those pings to take out the Cobra. You could still see a particle shield safe from one of those pings.
Totally. All right, just clicking through all of our triggers here. Yeah, particle shield could be pretty decisive. The difference between taking some Phoenixborn damage or not. Definitely a bit of a gamble. And if not particle shield, Golden Veil could also do it. Fred seeing into the future, you can get really good value out of that exhausted Mirror Spirit. It's got that status token, your whole board exhausted.
Oop.
There's particle shield.
Boom! Ouch.
Leave the Cobra alive to block.
Fate Reflection to defeat the Stallion. Oh, that would be great. Great.
No, can't target the Stallion.
Can't be targeted by reactions. JK. Was that bait?
It's definitely an ability that I forget about a lot.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, you don't see that many places.
Keeping that Squall Stallion around, but blocking it with the Cobra.
Interesting.
What this Badger gonna do?
I think you'd want to block I guess it's trying to keep the badger alive for something, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you'd want to block the other way around so you take out the stallion. Or maybe he wants to be able to more easily take out the mirror spirit. And something like a charm and a snake bite or any sort of small.
Yeah, Mirror Spirit is a threat. If you have a way to get rid of that, that would be nice. Stop that focus ability from happening. And the next Mirror Spirits are going to be big, big, big. 4 exhaustion tokens on your own board. They're coming in swinging.
Well, and that spark has the added potential just to remove that badger.
So yeah, and the spark.
Get a chance to carry over.
That thing's gotta go. Alright, what's the situation, Shadowfire? Rin down to 6 life remaining. Still going to take a little bit of work to finish off Rin. And Lulu pretty healthy at 10 life, but susceptible to endgame burn with the snake bite development here. So it's going to come down to, can Rin survive on the battlefield and claim the game in fatigue? Or will Rin fall to the quickly surmounting value of Lulu's swing?
Charmer.
And it's a Chimera Charmer. Threatening double charm powers with the Royal Charm combo. Serious lockdown potential. And a big enjoyer of the bypass with that ability to pump its attack value up.
Putting Charm Die on the undamaged Ember Root.
Alright.
Then ice buffing the Charmer. So it's 5 life. That's going to be hard to take care of.
That's a big night, and it's only getting bigger.
Yeah.
Ice buff. Nicely taking it out of Phoenix Barrage range.
And survival of the fittest round for another payout there.
Yeah. Yep.
Rin versus Lulu, classic. Oh, just asking.
It says just asking to get Mirror Spirit. We've only seen one Golden Veil hit the discard, so it's possible he's holding.
There's gotta be another one, right? There's gotta be.
I'm sure yeah. It's even possible that he's holding 2 right now, so he can Golden Veil.
Here it comes.
Mirror Spirit here, and
4 tokens. A 2/4. All right, purging the status. The exhaustion lands.
No, okay. Possibly.
Ooh, big investment. Kicked back.
It says knowing Shadow has Golden Veil as a 2x.
Oh, hi, Lark.
Oh. I know most people's Twitch, I feel like, but I did not know that was you. Hello, Lark. Oh, that exhaustion on the Chimera Charmer is...
My duty is an audience plant. Much appreciated. Glad to have you here. Okay. Ruby Cobra up.
It is possible could potentially have something like a call to action to bring this Chimera Charmer back up.
True, true.
Oh, and here's the Phoenix Barrage.
Oh. It gets past the golden veil. Test the waters with that exhaust token.
Yeah.
And follow through with the even stronger Phoenix Barrage. Cleaning up the board, getting some brutal burn damage through. Shadow's going to need to come up with the blocker removal situation because these mirror spirits are in lethal mode now.
Yeah. Mirror spirit
even that could be dangerous because summoning a third mirror spirit and just tossing those 4 tokens to get another 4 attacker could just come into a new exhaust.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can kind of chain these mirror spirits. Definitely was an underrated conjuration for quite some time. I think popularized by Carl, if I remember correctly. I'm sure many others were onto the mirror spirits as well.
But, it is an absolute monster in PvE against the Chimera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Able to get some big exhaust values from an opponent that ain't going to prioritize things in a way to play around it. And will always exhaust their battlefield by the end of the round.
Who's running a little short on battlefield space. Otherwise, you could even time hopper, put a token back on the exhausted mirror spirit before bringing out another one so that you can have 2/4 attacks and still get the exhaust.
Oh, yeah.
But not quite enough battlefield space to do it.
Yep. No self-clear I'm seeing. Yeah, Mirror Spirit was a carryover unit from 1.0. Didn't get changed in any way, but did benefit, I believe, from the rules of the order of operations changing ever so slightly. I think being able to place the tokens and then exhaust something right away was an extra bonus it gained, but don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Like Fred says, according to the Jankyard, it was Carl and Brian who popularized it with Tidal Crab on that Mirror Spirit popularized.
Cool. Yeah. Tidal Crab's a fun one. Second Chimera Charmer.
Another Chimera Charmer. All right.
Okay, that might be what you need to get back in the game. Able to use Charm Dice to shrink the mirror spirits and get bigger yourself. There's the Charm Die.
With that Royal Charm, this is capable of being a 5-attack Chimera Charmer.
Welcome to the game. You're newer, just started becoming a fan of the game. Welcome. Hope you're having fun. Mirror Spirit going in for the attack.
Mirror Spirit attacks the Chimera Charmer.
You cannot guard this as Rin.
No, but you can survive it.
Mm-hmm.
Can survive it and swing back for 5.
Any buffs? No more Flash Strike. That would certainly have been a scary card to not see 3 of in the discard pile right now. Can anything be done? Yeah, pushing 3 damage onto this 4 health Charmer. Open up to bunny attacks, ping attacks, what have you.
Yeah, so the question here is counter and just take out this scary Mirror Spirit, or
I mean,
Pick it up to 5 and
keep
bank
it
5
up and
and
try to swing for 5, but
leaving a mirror spirit with tokens is also just asking for trouble. Can this focus exhaust exhausted units?
Yeah.
It could.
yeah, it can. So I think you've got to just counter this.
Yeah, countering clears up
Oh.
the battlefield for Lulu there. Definitely something you got to be afraid of. You're running out of dice. Could just be a single badger left to block with. Keeping up a blocker at all costs, but honestly, with that second mirror spirit ready to plop an exhaustion on whatever you put down,
Yeah.
this might be the end.
I think you got to go for the face swing here.
Yeah.
I think you lose to a mirror spirit if you go down a blocker.
The nice thing is the mirror spirit has to come out first, so you wait till it comes out until you put out Badger,
Yeah.
which shaves that sequencing off of mirror spirit.
Mm-hmm. Top of next round, Shadow loses anyways. Yep. Well,
Okay. So we
Shadow
see
will have the first player token next round, so who knows what could happen.
Turn off
he
that
goes for
sparked.
snake bite.
Opens
Oh
up
yeah,
that battlefield slot.
get out of this. Get rid of the spark that could take out this Chimera Charmer.
Hey. No Neil. Yep.
But now, I think expect to see the other Mirror Spirit book come out and exhaust this Chimera Charmer, and then Badger comes out for a blocker, and I don't know if that's enough to stay alive, really.
All right. Using a side action for
Meditating. Ooh, Flute Mage.
Flute Mage.
All right, getting that sympathy. There's still a variety of bypass tricks Time Magic has access to here. We could see a stasis. We could see standstill. Definite ways to get around that Badger without even using the Mirror Spirit's exhaustion, should it have to go into this Chimera Charmer. But metting up for a frog, looking like a pretty good solution to that Chimera Charmer. Crescendo could happen, but not if you summon the Mirror Spirit. That's the last sympathy die. Let's see what happens. Do you keep the attack for next round or just grab your exhaustion while you can now?
Could potentially have a Clashing Tempers in there.
Oh, dealing a damage to the Charmer and exhausting the Badger? That would be the best Clashing Tempers. In a Lulu versus Rin matchup, it'd be scripted. Are you kidding me?
All right, it's got to happen.
Oh my god.
Come on.
What's the conjuration situation? No, I shouldn't have checked.
10.
10.
Yeah, not.
It
We've
could
seen
still
them all.
happen. I killed the hype. That would have been a dream come true. Card would have been fully.
I'm saying he's been on the back foot since that survival of the fittest. Yeah, that definitely was the turning point on this game.
Yep. As
from
those
a pretty
big spells
solid
tend
board
to
meet
do.
to
They're
Letting
designed
it
around
open the
trying to turn the tides of battle.
Gates thrown.
All right, GTO in the bin. Beast Tamer. Able to punch back and defeat a Mist Spirit better than the Badger would. And there's close combat. Oh, we've been talking trash about this. Oh no. They just keep going away, but here it comes to set up
There's
the win confirmed.
nothing left for Shadow to do.
Scoring an exact lethal with a Miss Spirit attack, or you could throw a bunny in there for fun. Close combat. Well done. What a card with these status token units. High attack values, enough to remove any threat you can put down once you hit that threshold of 4, pretty much. Shadow throws the
Solid.
GG.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. A well-played game.
Well played. That was phenomenal.
That survival sure was a turning point.
Whoa. Anything can happen in a game of Ashes. Check that out. We were really thinking Shadow had the edge there, but it slipped away there. All right. Well played to both our players. Thank you for hopping on the stream, giving us all something fun to watch for the night. And now to announce our Thursday's game. We have Tommy Pizza versus Raptor Bones, if you're in chat.
Right.
If not,
I saw Raptor Bones in chat earlier, I think.
I'll post it in the
He was
Discord.
in chat earlier.
Right
I don't
after
know if he
this,
still
if I don't
is.
forget. But yeah, we'll see you for another game. Another good one in the books. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Come on, give me some Mayoni action. Give me some Eternity Flame.
See some Venom Strike and some Shimmer Wings. That's still what I'm hoping for.
Yep. We'll see.
Oh, Raptor Bones is here, so
welcome.
Cool.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See what you're playing. I hope that you've got Shimmer Wing or Venom Strike.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you, Flora, and thank you, LeMarque, for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure.
Always fun to be here.
Thank you,
Always
chat.
happy to be here.
Thank you for playing the game of Ashes. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.